So still on this idea of, what is a system and the idea that everything is a system, once you start to see this, you can't not see it. It's kind of a little bit like seeing the Matrix. If you've seen that Matrix movie, once Neo starts to see the Matrix for what it is, he can't not see it. And you'll start to see systems everywhere. There are systems in the way that you make food at home, the way that you clean your room, brush your teeth, go to the post office, when you go to the shops, when you're in the office. Like, there are tasks and routines, certain things that happen in a certain order of things. Some of them are documented and then some of them aren't. And oftentimes you might have just done it so much that it becomes a habit and internalized. So it's this internalized system. So it just happens automatically. And it was funny. I was teaching my son the other day how to make some toast. And he's seen me do it quite a few times. And then I realized it was that flash as I'm trying to teach him. And I was thinking about all of the essential elements of a system. I realized that, wow, that, I've got this unconscious, system. I don't think about it. I just do it automatically on how to make toast. But by chatting with Nate and teaching him how to make toast, I was making it more consciously aware for me. And I realized that all of those components were there. There was the why, the trigger, the start, the steps, the stop, the example. The why, well, it was important. Nate wanted to make sure that the toast tastes great, and he was hungry, and he's used to having toast for breakfast. So, that why was clear for him. The trigger for him was he was hungry and it was the morning. So he's used to having toast in the morning for breakfast. The start, well, what are the first couple of things we do? Well, we get the toaster out, and then we start to, get the bread and peanut butter and all the rest of it out. And then there's a system, like those key steps. He puts the toast in the toaster and it pops up, and then he butters it, and we puts peanut butter on it. And then we even started to look at things like how to hold the knife and angle it. Like, I didn't realize how much I was taking for granted on the way that I make toast, just because I'd done it and I do it subconsciously. And then I'm watching Nate trying to do it, and he's just about ripping the toast to shreds as he's applying the peanut butter on because he hasn't done the angle. And I'm like, no, start at the other end of the toast and angle it right and bring it in towards you and then turn it like this. And I don't know, maybe I went a little bit OCD on him. The poor boy is going to see everything as a system. But it was just interesting to go through that exercise. And then, the stop was there once the food was done and it was ready to eat. And then we thought about, well, what happens next? Well, we've got to pack everything up, and then we've got to put it away. And he's seen lots of examples of it happening because he's seen me make the toast in the morning for a good number of years now. But everything is a system. And that's probably the key that I want you to take here. A big part of what we do at work here is we try and identify what are the essential, repeatable, delegatable tasks that we want to identify, things that need to happen a certain way. And how do we go from some of these things might have been happening unconsciously through our more experienced team members or the business owner? How do we capture that, codify that, and then make it easier for the newer team members to learn the first couple of times as they go through? Again, toast is probably one of those little, it's an epic example in that, we're not going to create a system that tells you how to take out the rubbish here. Like, you can all take out the rubbish, so we don't need a step-by-step on how to do the rubbish, but I just kind of wanted to point it out to you that everything has a system, and what we need to do is identify the things that are critical, and those are the things that we create the system around.